Alcohol 1964 here. Yeah, this is my camera there. I was just, I'm going to put these videos together, so I had a very heavy, strong haircut in between two of the videos here, as you might see. I'm Wolverhampton, Ladywell Farm Estates. I tried to get the plans of years in the past. A very cheap way via Carlisle and then back again the same way normally. But one year it was track renovations in Newcastle and Carlisle, making it an hour slower and quite a bit more expensive. Thought I'll leave it to the next year. Next year then I was going to do it, and was somewhere between Carlisle and I think maybe Preston possibly, I think it would have been it was. That's that renovation again, delayed it then last year or year before, never, well at least 1 year COVID hit. I'm not sure if that was before I was doing it, maybe I think I left it a bit later. You didn't do it for a year, and there was none for a year, of course, all crowds for this 1 year. Then I thought it was an evening week, I think it was this as a twilight picture, meant I couldn't get back easily, sitting up via the cheap way via Carlisle. And then I found out that actually I was starting at 2:40 like this year, so I have to get back. In fact, I had to get Manchester very early trains. I'm here at Wolverhampton a couple of hours early, in fact. The college, St Peter's College, God, I should be able to pronounce this a bit of that word, a bit of church. Collegiates, yes, give me, I should pronounce that word correctly. Which is says we're normally open 11 and 2. It's just rather highly weighted on, looking what to do in Wolverhampton. Quick look around there, and it's not open, and it's 11:40. So I don't quite know why it says it's only open 11 and 2. Well, from the art gallery quite nearby, and it was a possibility. Well, if you understand here, I might do that. Also noticing there's a Lynch Gate or something. Yeah, Lynchgate Tavern. Obviously, you see a Lynchgate here. Back in probably medieval times. To do some lynching maybe, I'm assuming. I have 10 handballs. I might attempt just to pop in there. There's a local nature park. It's about half an hour away maybe towards that. It's sort of way to racecourse, a little bit of a diversion. Then the racecourse meeting's about 2:40. So I haven't decided yet what I'll do. I might be tempted to pint. I'll think about it, and maybe could do art gallery and Saturday nature park. I don't know. I mean, you can have a pint anywhere in Newcastle, enough place to have a pint. Oh, and I also got more than enough time in Carlisle. I hope this time I don't. Now realise last time I was trying to get a pint in Carlisle. The road to a pub I was going to go to, the King's Head. I hadn't realised there's a renovation in front of it, and I actually missed the entrance. So, and completely, I just didn't notice it was there. I went up one road and actually missed trying to get. And when I didn't have time to get a pint, then I worked out what I'd done. So I've time this time on anyway. Interesting. There's a James White, buildings historian guy, who's I heard talking because I cast him in the past, doing a very strange one-man lectures. I forgot about this about 10:30 all day, and it's via Zoom, and I think about 10 just as donation. And so there's one. It's between two of them is why I'm doing this now, because another one next one starts at 12. So listen to that. This was interesting enough. So I do that during the day. I think have I got Cheltenham Festival next week for 2 days. So they two very interesting Cheltenham Fest preview events. One at Hexham and one at Time of Cricket Club. Both are good. I recommend she's at both of them, but she's too often trainers, not unlikely. She's had movies before. I think she seemed to. I haven't taken my notes of both, but I think she said basically the same thing in both, which is useful really, because you wouldn't want someone to say two different things in two different meetings at 2 days apart. She had chipped in Hexham put one of her horses, and by saying by the time of 2 days later, rain hadn't really come, and they decided to leave the horse out of running Hexham. I think it's a Wednesday with Hexham, I think, during the Cheltenham Festival. I've been there once. Thursday? No, it's definitely Thursday, because I remember back just Sad Belay when we were on the stayers, and I watched the Hexham racecourse, so obviously it must be a Thursday that meeting actually. But she pulled the horse out because obviously 5 days clearances, because there's just not going to be anywhere and the horse needs soft ground. But the two were interesting enough. Just a Tamerford, a quick club one, just a bit too much noise from a crowd. I don't want to know stony like a library. As a quite a librarian, I don't want to joke about like as silent as a library. Technically, it shouldn't really be. I mean, really kind of noise in the library, just not excessively. And it just came a bit much sometimes for people. Well, people are a bit more noisy, also very generous with auction bids. We're doing the Jockey Fund and Graham Lee, so I can't complain too much about that. Hexham one's interesting enough. Yeah, and you got some. It's both cheap, and you got some nice enough food. Sort of sandwich buffet at Hexham had pie and peas or beans, whatever you wanted at the time of. I mean, Hexham one was a bit more food, but also was a little expensive. The time of was fine though. It was like £7 I think or something, including the free pie. So that I think of that. I'm still trying to think what else I might do. Someone's putting them on the wheelchair, so I'm trying to move out the way so I don't actually get out their way. They'll be pushed on the wheelchair. I might try to, I've mentioned at some point, I might do a Thursday entry, but I need to sort of transport out for that one national meeting. But some other Sandown or Leicester, possibly 29th, I think it is, on April. I had one of the major races at Sandown, haven't actually done it yet.
Oh no, he's in this spot.
I went to, I think it's 2016, I must have been, went to that V5 Gold Cup Day, but partly actually to see Richard Johnson as well get his Jockey's Championship title, as well as watching the main races. But since then, there's at least one major race has come in. But also, I haven't been to Leicester quite a few years, since 2019, which is, I think I'm a train down. It's one of the race courses in Britain I've been to, the longest gap I've been to actually. Fossas and Newton Abbott have been to once, so that was earlier. Toast was closed. There's only no Market July course. One of them, that's because twice I was going to get a train down, possibly that year, and then I think 2021 or maybe 2022. No, I think it's after COVID, so maybe 21, 20, and 22. Same meeting, I think. Both times there's a free ticket when waiting welfare, but both times a train strike. So I got to release a train ticket back when I never actually got to go there. But less about 2019. I'm pretty much a third stakes, used to be listed now as a valuable stakes race. And I've said before, a couple of times in the past, I've been a member of the Third Society. And I'm thinking, would I rejoin maybe again? And it's just an interesting thing. I might just go to, but race is a valuable race anyway. I haven't been to Leicester since, I think 2019, I think it is. So I've got this in, so I say Wolverhampton. Cheltenham Festival next week. I would have gone actually. There was also a very good Cheltenham preview event at Cox Lodge in Gosforth, and I just couldn't make it because I had a ticket for Magic Flute being Posh and Desmond Theatre Royal. And actually, I had a winter ticket for it. It was in November for Upper North production. Technically, we're based in Leeds, but there's a do off the show stuff in Leeds as well. I had a ticket in Newcastle in November when wanted to go out on his birthday, so I delayed the ticket to now. Because they're doing it today, or I was doing Thursday or Friday, and because of that I couldn't make the preview event. I might have done this anyway. I'd be up a North thing anyway. Actually, I don't want to go to 3 Tempest in the world. I might have done if there's nothing else on about my world done, but I had plans there. So first the preview events were interesting enough. Hampton's fine. So getting back of our Carlisle, but not down by Manchester. Unfortunately, because it might be quite cheap, 5 to 6 train in the morning, rather early for me certainly. Not a huge amount of sleep. So what we got? So I might do Chelmsford. I'm tempted actually, maybe instead. Cheltenham 100 Chase evening. I went to a Stratford one. Must have been 2020. No, last year I think it was. I went. Yeah, and I might do. It's a meeting. There's the well-known historical race. It used to be the United Hunts Cup, I think it was. Or named it. It was a long-time race from the 1920s up until mid-70 or 73, something like that, at Cheltenham Festival. I was going back over my old video about the history of Cheltenham Festival races, and that was amazing. That race, there were a sort of secondary 100 chase to the Fox Hunters, and that's a 3-mile 2 race for the United Hunts Cup. But Foxton was always 4 miles, and it was actually the Gold Cup trip was a different hunter chase. And then that chase actually was the first race on TV at Cheltenham Festival, and the second was Cheltenham Hurdle, and the third race, even more remarkably, was not a miss, just a juvenile chase. It's a 4-year-old chase at Cheltenham Festival. People say, well, Cheltenham Festival races used to be brilliant. They think of what these are, and I think 54, 55, something like that. A slightly more minor hunter chase as the first race, and the third race as a juvenile chase. Then that got replaced by the calf cart, which switched from what it was a minor, at that point, a sort of minor version of the champion chase horse that had won recently, decent race recently, which meant you had horses like Lascargo and Flying Butt winning it in the early 70s, because Lascargo now is down, is past his best in terms of Gold Cup. It was just before he won the Grand National. I think he won his prep race amazing 2 miles for the Grand National. flying boat, and after his sickness, Northern Horse he had been before, he won it, like placed in something like 69. And the Cathcart then became another hunter chase. It replaced the United Hunter Chase, and now I say on the April Cheltenham meeting. Cathcart then came for 3 years. First year was abandoned because of the weather, and then it came again another race, and then 2 mile 4, then 2 mile 5 the first and second season chases, and then got replaced effectively by Ryanair Chase. And I have to say, I think Ryanair Chase does have its purpose. I don't think Cathcart ever has. On the train, certain Carlisle station, God, no, it's the second time this happened, but randomly shoved as platform 2, the other side of Carlisle station, of course, the main line, basically. But I'm not trying to get across. I don't know why I've done it before, once. I mean, literally, I've got tons of tens, probably 40 times maybe, I wouldn't be surprised. There's always been platform 5, platform 6, the other side of the station, and suddenly we're right at the far end, right at the bottom. It's ridiculous. Otherwise, in Wolverhampton, I remember going 2015, the only time I went previously. I think it was September, August, I think it's August, maybe, I'm not sure. Things around then. I'm quite impressed. For no other course, I would say, maybe fake praise, but I've been to Sutherland Lincoln probably already, and see Sutherland. I think Wolverhampton is a more modern-looking course. Frankly, it's not. I'm not one necessarily to say you should knock everything down to zone and build new things. Stuff, but look. Basically modern, and it was in a good way. I was pretty okay, but the strange thing is, I confirm, looking at our trains, people left their whole heap of alcohol cans on the train. Yeah, because there was no one on the train, on this carriage. I wouldn't normally record it on a train, just disturbing other people, but there's literally no one on this carriage at all. There's a shuttle service between Newcastle-ish short area, maybe a bit further on west into, it can't be west, can it? So we're going to the bottom of the carriage now, it looks like, but right at the bottom, so I'm right at the top. So it's a shuttle service, so someone's come in, left a heap of alcohol cans and gone again. But yes, it's modern in a good way. I think it was a decent enough way. Yeah, I was going to say, there's the only one coming to Castle, which is another one in the racing company course, like Wolverhampton is. Yeah, go right down the bottom, the couple have got on, so I'm not won't be disturbing them here, what I'm saying. I won't disturb them. Where you can't see the pre-parade wing, well, I saw a Premier type chicken. There are Premier chicken for this meeting, but no one's checking anything about a third race going right to right at the top of the grandstand. And that is stage there, frankly. I could see a parade wing actually where I was. I got a nice enough view of it, and I'm thinking, can I be bothered to all the way down about a heap of steps, quite a few, banks of steps to go back down again, pre-parade and go back up again. But pre-parade in the first race isn't going straight through, and then so Lady Wolverhampton stage. I think I'm mispronouncing that actually. I was waiting in the parade ring, thinking that was going to skip pre-parade ring, and it hardly did. I went straight. Went for an age. In fact, there was one race where they gave guys, interesting, never seen this before, gave some course to jockeys to sort of get to parade ring, but there's now races like 3 courses to the jockeys, and that's the first course, second course, and maybe final course, I'm not too sure. But one race was 1 horse in parade ring, and that was it. So you came jockeys to get down there, so it's a bit, it was very helpful actually. I think horses to get a parade ring maybe a little early, often they do, as get pre-parade ring, it can be bad. I think too many times either you get all parade ring too early and not in pre-parade ring, or something's not in parade ring at all. You need a balance between the two, pre-parade ring and parade ring, frankly. It's like Sandown, when last time I was there, I started skipping the pre-parade ring, so the horses were hardly there. I'm not the only person who's noticed this, by the way. Not enough time for a pint. It'd be a nice pub at King's Head in Carlisle. Finally found, as I said last time, I got lost trying to find where it was. I was going to Central Carlisle, though. It's an absolute literally building site. And they said, like, it's not still, of course, trying to get your way around the diversions just as a pedestrian. No matter if you had any transport or anything, car or something. That's ridiculous. I don't know what's going on. Why it's so, all of us, this part of the centre, leading basically to King's Head, is where Guildhall, next to, quite close to Guildhall in Carlisle. I don't know where it is, going that way from the station. Why this is happening? I don't know. It's very, very strange. It seems. It might be a reason why they're all doing all at the same time. I don't know, but it's really rather daft, frankly. And I was very knackered. I had with my transport. I didn't save it. I'm pretty sure. But I definitely didn't. I was checking my transport details. I always, before a race meeting, just make a. I knew much of myself basically, my details, when the race is, when my trains are. Just a quick look at on a sort of text on my email. When I'm supposed to be there, and I'm realising, oh, hang on a minute, I thought a few days back, I'm going to miss the final race. Because frankly, it's about 40-minute walk from this station to the racecourse, although I did it slightly different. I actually didn't go that way, I went a slightly different way. I put on a maps app, and a sort of more open maps app, and then found I couldn't go where I wanted me to because it was cut off. Back end of sort of Wolverhampton, had to go via Google Maps, finally found a way in, and then I went back out again. I knew I couldn't make a final race because a few days ago, because it was just like 18 minutes, I think, or something like that, between the race and it's like 2 miles away, and I'm not really willing to pay for a taxi. So, well, the first one to Wolverhampton I did because there was a delay going to New Street, Birmingham New Street, and I missed a connection with Hampton. I didn't go over Birmingham. No, I didn't go over Birmingham. I went via Manchester because there's something I've done that a couple of times. Birmingham. I forgot I used to do that sometimes, going via an hour longer, and it was a massive. But this would be pre-COVID, and trains were a lot cheaper even then, and it might be even cheaper of doing it. An hour longer, and actually technically cheaper each way. Basically, Newcastle, Manchester, Birmingham, rather than going across country routes. And so I was going via Manchester, so I didn't go via Birmingham first before Wolverhampton. But that time I did, and I had to get a taxi to get to the first race. So I just wanted to see the first race, so I wasn't sure I was ever coming back to Wolverhampton. I thought I wanted to see every race on the card. I had to get a taxi because I missed my connection, and I wasn't going to do it otherwise. I knew it took about 40 minutes to get back again, but then I was going, oh, hang on, how long was it going to take to get back? And I had to check a couple of maps apps, and there's 8-minute difference. My open maps app is Google Maps. Google Maps is 8 minutes longer. It was 38 minutes, it's 46. And I started working out recent times of this open maps app. I think you can. It's very tight in times, as in I think it means you can walk quite quickly, and I mean quickly. I mean when I put some weight on, but not.
Welcome aboard this northern service to
indeed.
Newcastle.
All stations.
The next station stop is Wetherup.
Yeah, well, it's not mentioned all of them maybe. And of course leaving. Yes, but the Google Maps I think is conservative on how long it takes. I think it takes. I can walk quicker than that, and I worked out. I think pretty well. If I walk quite quickly, I should be fine. But Google Maps is a bit erratic. At one point, it changed from 7 minutes to 9 minutes way quickly how long I'd left. I just was checking. The battery was running quite low. My Zoom thing I talked about had to turn off because it was knacking the battery, frankly. And then I went back on the train, I turned it off because I kept cutting out. Internet connection wasn't good enough for Wi-Fi on area West Coast when. So I was going quite hard, and a bit knackered from that, walking back, and actually very uphill actually, not quite as bad as Carlisle, Hexham or Brighton is, but I don't know, it's pretty sharp uphill actually. I don't remember this last time I walked back from Wolverhampton, and I was about 3 stone lighter, or 2 stone, and I think that's probably why I don't remember it, as I'm noticing things I've not done for quite a while. I was thinking, I didn't remember this being quite hard work. I don't remember it being hard work. Yes, I think I was. The weight is an important thing. But saying I've got Cheltenham next week, I think, well, that is it for what? Until then.